Hello, studio teacher friends. Welcome to the Beyond Measure podcast, hosted by me, Christina Whitlock, your anytime piano teacher friend. If you happen to be new around here, the entire premise of this show is the fact that I think we all need time with other teacher friends. There's something electrifying about spending time with other teachers. And yet, it is really difficult to get our busy schedules to play nicely together, isn't it? So, as at least a temporary replacement for live time together with your colleagues, I hang out here in your podcast app of choice, ready to hang out with you whenever your calendar allows. Anyway, we have important stuff to get to today, friends. We're talking gifts today, as in my favorite music teacher gifts. Episode 196. Let's do this. So, gift giving is a whole thing this time of year, right? This episode is launching at the very start of December, and many of us have been shopping our little hearts out for at least a few days at this point. If you haven't figured it out by now, I am a collector of information. So over the last 28 years of my teaching career, I have been a part of many discussions with teachers in person and online about teacher gifts they've loved and otherwise. One thing I didn't realize is that many teachers have stories about being given gift cards only to find out that the actual balance on that card is quite different than what the envelope led them to believe. As in, like, getting a $20 gift card and then finding out it only has $3.67 on it. That sounds terrible, right? Well, apparently it's a thing. It hasn't happened to me personally, but it has happened to lots of teachers I know. So just consider this your warning to always check those gift card balances before you spend your money. I have all kinds of interesting gift stories I could share, but I'll just give you one to get us started today. So, I once had a family who was incredibly frugal with their money. Or, well, you know how this goes. They were not afraid to spend it on some things, like the family Porsche, but mostly they were very cautious with their dollars. One year, the mom gifted me a beautiful purse with a big designer brand name for Christmas. I was obviously stunned because these were people who would try to haggle me over every charge every month. And then, boom, here's a pricey designer bag. The following Christmas, she showed up with 2 packages. She initially handed me a box that contained a small bottle of expensive perfume. And then, after I'd opened that, she said, "Well, that's what my son wanted to give you. But I wanted to give you this." And she handed me another gift, which I unwrapped and turned out to be another beautiful purse carrying another big designer brand label. Then she said, "Go ahead and pick one of those and I'll give the other one to someone else." So, spoiler alert, I wanted the purse. But my student was standing there, obviously wanting me to choose his gift, the perfume. And the mom just wanted me to choose something, period. So, I don't know. It was just such a funny situation to be in. Like, choose your extravagant gift. Well, the truth is, I wouldn't have worn the perfume at all because too many people in my life are sensitive to smells. So I picked the purse and I just thanked them profusely and went on my way. But how weird is that to be asked to choose your gift, like right on the spot? If anything like that has ever happened to you, you have got to write me and tell me about it because I need to know. In fact, I would love to know any of your funny or shocking gift experiences as a teacher. Again, I collect these stories. It's what I do. So, again, I could tell you funny gifting stories all day long, but I really wanted to help you get your wheels turning on some favorite teacher gifts today. Mostly because if you're anything like me, you have a lot of people asking you this time of year what you want for the holidays. I know I'm not alone in this community when I say I just like practical gifts. I know we all value our money, and when I think of someone spending their hard earned dollars on something that I won't use or I won't enjoy, that just drives me crazy. So I put together a little teacher gift guide of sorts for you, and I thought I would give you a quick rundown of the whole thing here today. You can find this complete list at christinawhitlock.com/gifts. Again, that's my name, christinawhitlock.com/gifts, GIFTS. In full disclosure, most of the links on this list are affiliate links, which means I get a very small portion of money back from anything you purchase using that link. But it's really important for me to make sure you know that I would not recommend anything to you that I don't fully believe in. Purchasing through my links does help keep the lights on here at Beyond Measure Podcast, but that never has, nor will it ever be, my primary reason for sharing things with you. So friends, without further delay, my 2024 music teacher gift guide. First up, I said I like practical gifts, right? Well, I'm starting off strong in that department with microfiber cleaning mitts. How many of us regularly invest in new cleaning cloths? I'd venture to say not many of us. So I think they make a really nice gift. Microfiber is great for instruments and bookcases and our technical devices, you name it. I love a microfiber glove because it makes quick work out of a chore that I don't otherwise love. Next up, the music teacher's best friend, sticky notes. Of course, I have to talk about sticky notes. I have linked 2 different types of sticky notes on my gift list this year. One being a multi-pack of Post-it brand extra sticky notes. I'm a big believer that Post-it brand is superior to other sticky notes, and the extra sticky notes are the best of the best. I've also linked to my very favorite pack of transparent sticky notes. Guys, transparent sticky notes are such a game changer. I use them all the time in a million different ways. Give them a try and you will love them too. No piano teacher gift list is complete without erasable highlighters, right? So I've linked to a set with a whopping 33 erasable highlighters. What is it about getting gifted a big tub of colorful markers that makes the teacher heart so happy? I don't know, but it just does. Next up on the practical list is an Owala water bottle. Okay, friends, I have been singing the praises of Owala for years now. If you've never had a drink from an Owala bottle, you have to know it's just better. It makes the experience better. They have this thing called the free sip spout. It's a different mechanism than any other water bottle out there, and it's just superior. So go get yourself a 24-ounce Owala. 24 ounces will fit in most of your cup holders in your vehicle. You won't be sorry. Last up in practical land is an automatic 3-hole punch. I don't know why, but I just used to hate my old 3-hole punch when it was manual. Now there's just something so satisfying about inserting my papers into the hole punch and letting it do the work for me. Oh, it's so nice. I've labeled the next section on my gift guide personal investment. We are all pretty quick to invest in others over ourselves. And I just wanted to put a few things on this list that help me stay connected to myself. So, first up is one of my very favorite things. It is my Monk Manual Planner. This one is a total game changer, my friends. I've talked before on the podcast about my love for time blocking, and my Monk Manual Planner is how I make that happen. If you are a pen and paper planner person, please do yourself a favor and check out Monk Manual before you commit to your next planner, okay? You can even use code Beyond Measure, all one word, Beyond Measure, to save 10% off of your purchase. Monk Manual comes with this exceptional customer service and all kinds of resources after purchase to help you on your journey. It's a planner with this emphasis on helping you live your best life, and I am all about that. I also wanted to give a shout out to a book that's much more than a book, written by my friend Meredith Height Estevez. It's called The Artist's Joy, and it's a collection of exercises that are designed to help you stay connected with the joy of being a creative in the world. It makes a great gift for yourself or for someone else who you want to support on their artistic journey. Next on my list might feel a little random, but I had to show some love for Lego. Building Lego, especially their botanical sets, has proven to be an unexpectedly meditative process for me this year. Of course, if you've listened to my big Lego metaphor in episode 185, you know that they help me fuel big thoughts already. But seriously, make sure you've listened to episode 185 because it's a really important one in my mind. The last item on my personal investment portion of today's list is a sweet and spicy tea from Good Earth. I first came to love this tea after a recommendation from Amy Chaplin in her Piano Pantry Friday Finds many, many years ago. It still holds up, and I have yet to find anyone who tries it and doesn't like it. Sitting with a cup of hot tea, especially in the chillier months here, just makes me feel like a whole person. The next section on my gift list is teaching aids. I've talked about a lot of these in other places, so I'll try to keep this one quick. First up, dry erase staff boards are hands down my top, can't teach without tool. There are lots of varieties of dry erase staff boards out there. I have a lot of opinions on what I love about them and what I don't love, but I've linked to a set from Amazon that I do enjoy. They hold up well. They're fully blank on one side, and then they have 3 staves on the other. And I use them in almost every lesson in one way or another. They are an integral part of how I teach reading and chords and so much more. Next up, stamps. You guys, I know you've heard it from me before probably, but if you're looking for an easy exit out of using stickers in your lessons, you have to try stamps. Please hear me. If you love stickers, then great. Please keep using them. I'm not coming for you. But in my experience, stamps are faster, less messy, less expensive, and they don't come with all of the indecision of choosing stickers. You know what I mean. I have linked to a favorite set of teacher stamps that have served me very well for many years. I have also included links to a couple of drums on my list because I think every music teacher should have a variety of drums in their studio. I've linked to the lollipop drum, which I know I have helped many of you find. I want to say with the lollipop drum, do get the biggest size available because it really does make a difference in the timbre of the instrument. I've also linked to my favorite set of bongo lap drums. There are many, many, many times in a lesson that it helps to have a two-head drum to drill rhythmic concepts, especially since, we have two hands. I also had to include a link to my favorite of all the fidget toys, the marble mesh. Fidget toys have been enjoying a lot of popularity the last several years, but I love these because they are virtually silent and they are very easy just to hand a student who is having a hard time sitting still or not playing the piano while I'm talking to them. You don't have to make a big deal about it. You just hand them a marble mesh, and it may very well help you both have a more enjoyable lesson. So, the last portion of my teacher gift guide this year are books. So many books, friends. Many of these books have dedicated episodes here on this podcast because I had a whole summer bookshelf tour back in 2023 where I talked about some of my favorite teacher reads. Because you can go back and listen to my thoughts in episodes 129 through 137, I won't get too deep into the details here on my list today, but just know this, my go-to recommendations for teacher reading are as follows. Atomic Habits by James Clear, Intelligent Music Teaching by Robert Duke, The Mindful Musician by Vanessa Cornett, Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, The Ways Children Learn Music by Eric Bluestein, Under Pressure by Lisa Damour, Burnout by Emily and Amelia Nagoski, Questions and Answers by Frances Clark, Every Good Boy Does Fine by Jeremy Dink, Say Yes by Scott Erickson, and Joyful by Ingrid Fattel Lee. Whew, okay, so friends, there you have it, my 2024 Music Teacher's Gift Guide. Again, you can find all of those links at christinawhitlock.com/gifts. And at the end of that list, you will find some other links to other favorite things of mine, like favorite teaching repertoire and all kinds of other things. So be sure to check out all the things at christinawhitlock.com/gifts. Thanks for joining me on a very different kind of episode today. I have one more thing to tell you about gift giving this time of year. You are going to hear a lot of chatter from other teachers this time of year about who received what and who received nothing, and it just brings up a lot of feelings. I never thought too much about it, honestly, but then I had a few years in a row where I had several families who went all out and showered me with what felt like some pretty extravagant gifts. After a few years of getting quite the gift haul, I ended up having a year or two where I received almost nothing from my studio families, and that really messed with me. I definitely started to spiral, like wondering why no one liked me anymore. I was venting about it to my mom, and she, in all of her wisdom, put me in my place by reminding me that holiday gifts are not a commentary on how appreciated you are by your studio families. I'm just going to say that again because I feel like I need to. Holiday gifts are not a commentary on how appreciated you are by your studio families. My mom reminded me that if they are still paying you, they are happy with you. They would not be paying for lessons if they didn't value you. And that is so true, friends. There are so many factors that go into teacher gift giving. Parents get busy. They don't realize it's their last lesson of the year. And on the list can go. But at the end of the day, families are not going to keep paying you if they are unsatisfied with you. So I just wanted to say that. Do not fall into the trap, okay? If you have a great gift year, awesome. Enjoy it. You deserve it. But if not, that's fine too. It doesn't mean you're doing any less great of work. Just stay the course, work your teacher magic, because that's what matters. Okay. With that said, let's go ahead and wrap up today with a toast to all of us. Studio music teacher friends from all around the world, we talked a lot about gifts today, but I wanted to remind you that the real magic in your studio is you. No book, no trinket, not even an Awala bottle will ever make a bigger impact on your teaching than good old you. So, yes, there are lots of things we can use to make our teacher life better, but today I'm raising my glass to the most important resource of all: your own observations and your own ideas. Cheers to you, my brilliant teacher friends. Hear, hear. That's a wrap on episode 196, my friends. Again, you can head to ChristinaWhitlock.com/gifts to check out all of the things I mentioned in today's episode. Now, I would love to hear your favorite teacher gifts, so come find me on Facebook and Instagram at Beyond Measure Podcast, or you can email me anytime at beyondmeasurepodcast@gmail.com. I really would love to hear from you. Do not be shy. Okay, let's take good care of ourselves, my friends. Onward and upward as we officially hit the season of holiday madness.